All right. Yo, 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 it's the Queen in the building, and you are now tuning into Stbwrld Media. What's your way of securing a bag? Me securing a bag, I would say saving up your money and not just spend it on anything. Um, you could also learn how to save. Yeah. If your business was a person, what personality would it be? I would say shy. How you feel about social media having a big influence over the world? Because I was thinking about the question. The question, do pause for 2 seconds. Okay. Going too fast. You're going too fast. Okay. I'm trying to think about this question. How you, okay. How do you feel about social media having a big influence over the world? I would say that social media is a big platform and it is a big part of people's life. You ever lied about a deadline? No, because it takes time. If a printing machine could talk, what would wait, what? Oh. If a printing machine could talk, what would it say about you? I would say it would say I need to practice more. What's harder, getting clients or making the clothes? I would say getting the clients. Because making the clothes could be easy, you just have to make a design. Okay. Are you reinvesting or spending profit? I would say reinvest so that I can be more into the business that I want it to be. Because I didn't do what I want to say. I feel like it's gonna sound stupid. And another thing is when you're reinvesting in your business, I would say keep trying, don't give up. What brand would you like to work with? I would say Stbwrld because she's more how could I say it? How would y'all say like she on her like she not on her business? What's the funniest excuse a customer ever used? I would say they live too far. Knowing I ship. Can't do that one. What was your first? Okay, my first order was a sweatsuit set, and it was in black and white, and it was for a school. What was your marketing strategy? I would say keep posting and keep posting and keep posting, and people repost it. And do it. If someone gave you $1,000 right now, how would you flip it in printing? Oh, huh? Yeah. I don't even know how to answer this question. What did you like? What you said? Like I have an idea. It's on you. It ain't your mama. Because I don't know if someone gave you $1,000 right now, how would you flip it in printing? I could buy supplies. Well, I will buy supplies. How? What's the best business advice someone ever gave you? I would say the best business advice somebody ever gave me was not to give up and keep practicing. Where do you see your printing business in 3 years? I would say I see my printing business in 3 years being more around the world and I'm making new designs. I have more clients. How do you manage school and your business at once? With school and my business, I do school and then I come home, do homework, I practice and do orders that I have. Would you rather lose money or lose a customer? I would say lose money because I wanna lose my customers. Name something that a customer does that instantly annoys you. I would say something that a customer will say that will annoy me is that they'll pay me when they get paid, or can they get the order before they pay you? That's not gonna. How do you approach leadership? I would say making new friends that have businesses and you support them, and make new friends that have businesses, support them. You can sometimes help them and things like that. What's the funniest excuse a customer ever used? That they live too far and I ship. What keeps you going on days when nothing is working? I would say praying to God and God making things work on his time and not when you want it to work. How do you price your work so you don't get played? I would say you price your work on the designs and also the price of the jackets, the hoodies, shirts, the jeans, the tights, anything that you are making for the customer. I would say go off your time of traveling, go off your time of making the items, go off your time of sitting there making the design, the amount of the pieces. You have to go off that. What is your I made it financial goal? I would say my financial goal would be at least doing 10 orders in 1 month. What is your worst design someone ever asked you to print? I would say when somebody has said they text me on my business page and asked me to do a dolphin or a hat, and I responded and said, "How do you want me to do that? Are you printing for passion or profit?" I would say passion because you can make profit off doing anything, but it's just about you wanted to do something that you always wanted to do in life. What advice would you give someone that's starting a printing business with nothing? I would say I will provide the help to start your business. And also, you can also ask someone else to do a one-on-one class and just start off with things that are easy, like putting little small designs on shirts, jackets, or even like little tote bags. What is the hardest part about running a business that people don't see? I would say making the designs and also finding everyone's size in the store. And I will also say dealing with bad customers. She's so stupid. Like what? This is why I can't focus. I was doing good and you just what is your marketing strategy? I would say my marketing strategy will be what? Say that we got real TikTok, Instagram, like that. I was finna say TikTok, but then I thought about it. And I was like, I don't no, cause I actually read a question now before I don't know what I was doing. Okay, open it up. Okay, yeah. There you go. What is your marketing strategy? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. What is the hardest truth about having a printed business since you started? Building clientele and trying to figure out how to do new designs and finding new things that you can put prints on. What was your first ever order and how did it turn out? My first ever order was making a sweatsuit black set with white letters for a student out of school, and it turned out good and they liked it. Have you ever printed something and thought this ain't it, but still took the money? I would say no because I wouldn't want my customers to look crazy and the design doesn't look right. And I will also send the customer the design and make sure they like it before I actually print it on the outfit. How would you describe yourself as your brand? I would describe myself as my brand as creative because when you be creative, it makes the most money because she keep making noises. It makes me think about you. What's harder, getting clients or making the clothes? I would say getting the clients because you have to build your clientele. How do you feel about social media having a big influence over the world? I would say social media is a big platform, and I would say it helps different companies get around. And so let's just gonna say that. Have you ever lied about a deadline? No, because it takes time to make the designs, and some people doesn't have the money right away, so you have to get them time as well. What is the most random thing you printed for a client? I would say putting a football team for a school on a shirt. What's more stressful, the printer messing up, or the customer rushing you? I would say the customer rushing me because it also takes time to make these items. It's not as easy as you think it is. If someone gave you $1,000 right now, how would you flip it into printing? I would say I would buy new materials like pressers, a new Cricut, new clothing for the business. What's your way of securing the bag? I would say not spend a lot of money on unnecessary things that you don't need. I would say start a savings account so you can start saving for that business or whatever you need to save for. What inspired you to start a printing business? What inspired me was my cousin because when I first wanted to start this business, I've always said I wanted to start this business, but I wasn't like consistent with doing it. So when I did the one-on-one class with her, it inspired me to want to do it more when I started making different things with her during the one-on-one class. And I love dressing up. I love different design. I love colors. I love everything that has to do with dressing up and designing and things like that. Are you reinvesting or spending profit? I am reinvesting.